Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another AT group seminar here at the Bluegrass Council of the Blind. My name is Sam Seavey. I'm the AT Assistive Technology Program Coordinator here at BCB. And welcome back to another one of our talks. Today, we're going to be talking about wearable devices or an introduction to wearable assistive technology. Before we get started, we've got a couple guests in the call here with us, and then some in person here in the office. But before we get started, as always, a couple announcements. If you enjoy these types of videos, please consider jumping over to our YouTube channel. We have several other videos in this series, plus some of our other events available there. That's the Bluegrass Council of the Blind YouTube channel. Should be in the description of our video here. Of course, you can join us on Facebook and these other social media platforms. But if you would like more information about us specifically, you can always jump over to our website, www.bcbky.org. If you'd like to contact us, you can send an email to info, I-N-F-O, @bcbky.org, or give us a call, 859-259-1834. All of that information should be in the description of the videos. So yes, with that being said, we will go ahead and get started. As I said before, this episode, I guess you could say, is going to be an introduction into wearable devices. Now, what is a wearable device when we talk about wearable assistive technology? Generally, people usually think of some type of goggles that would be for a wearable device, but it really is much broader than that. It can basically cover anything that you wear, any type of assistive technology that you wear. And so I've got a couple examples here we're going to talk about. I'm not going to go too in depth on any one particular item. If you'd like to learn more about something specifically, you can reach out to us. I'd be happy to tell you more about that. But wearable devices, it could be anything you wear that can help you with your vision loss, help you achieve some kind of goal because of your vision loss. Some are used for their visual, their electronic magnification, and have some other aspects to that. But then some are used for navigation and identification, obstacle identification. Then you've got some that are used for reading printed text when you're out and about, or even at home or work. So they kind of fall into different subcategories of wearable devices. Now, some are going to be better for low vision, whereas some might be really, really good for someone with more profound vision loss. It kind of depends what your needs are and where your level of vision loss is. So we always recommend reaching out to an assistive technology specialist or a vocational rehabilitation counselor to kind of get an evaluation and find out what might work the best for you. First, let's talk about wearable vision-related wearable devices. Probably one of the most popular, and let me see if I can see myself here better. There we go. I can see myself now. Probably one of the most popular is the Iris Vision. This is a VR style headset that you wear, and it uses a Samsung phone inside the headset. And you're looking through the headset, you're looking at two little screens inside the headset, and it's using the camera on the phone to see what's in front of you and project that image onto the screens. The benefit of this is a couple things. Number one, it's enclosed. So if you're someone with peripheral vision, you've got maybe central vision loss and you utilize your peripheral vision more, someone like myself, this is actually a benefit because it kind of acts like blinders on a horse. You know, if it is completely enclosed and it cuts off my peripheral vision, it actually forces me to focus more on the screens in front of me, which is actually good. You'd think that wouldn't really work, but for a lot of us, that actually works really well. The other thing is the camera is a really, really high quality camera, and it not only adds contrast to the image, but it also brightens the image. And for a lot of us with low vision, things like macular degeneration, extra light coming into the eyes makes it easier to see things. And higher contrast is always good, usually always good for low vision. So the benefit also is you can zoom in, so you can make that image bigger. It's kind of like electronic binoculars is how I always describe it. So you can zoom into something far away, but you can also zoom in to something close up. For example, reading or filling out paperwork. It does work for that. Some people can use these for watching television, using on the computer, something like that. It doesn't really work well for me in that respect, but sitting around, being able to see the detail on people's faces that I'm having a conversation with, being able to play board games, being able to play cards, things like that, it works really, really well for me for that. So this is the Iris Vision. There are several other types of this similar device. There's another very popular one called the Patriot Viewpoint that works very, very similarly and works equally as well for me. And a couple others. There's one called Vision Buddy that you can use for watching television. Its main function is watching television or watching movies, and it actually sends the TV signal into the headset. So you're just watching the TV on the screens inside the headset, which is really cool. It feels like you're sitting in a movie theater, a big IMAX movie theater, and you can bring that image closer or push it further away depending on what you need. So these are very, very helpful for a lot of people in a lot of situations. Now, how about for reading text? These do have the ability to take a picture of printed material and read that out loud to you. And it actually works pretty well on a lot of these devices. But there's a group of wearables that reading text is its primary function. It doesn't do magnification. It only reads text and some other elements like identifying colors and identifying products and things like that. And that is the Orcam line of devices. There's several Orcam devices on the market right now. There's actually 3, 2 of which are used for low vision or for visually impaired. You've got the Orcam My Eye, which is the little guy that attaches to a pair of glasses. And then you also have the Orcam Read, which is a handheld version of Orcam. So both of these, they work very similarly. The My Eye has a few extra features that the Orcam Read doesn't have. But the beauty of this is it fits, I'll put it on here, fits on the side of a pair of glasses. So it's hands-free. You can tap it to take the picture, but it also does gestures, gesture-based controls. So if I were to point at an object and then take my finger away, the Orcam will see my finger and then it will take a picture of whatever I'm pointing at and then read it out loud to you. So really, really cool. As I said before, it also does color identification, product identification. It recognizes faces, so you can actually program it to recognize certain people's faces. And whenever the Orcam sees that person in front of it, it will say their name in your ear. So it could be very helpful, not only for people with low vision, but also maybe people with cognitive impairment, and maybe they forget their loved ones easily. Orcam might be very helpful for that. So those do read text out loud and identify products and things like that. But some wearables, excuse me, will also help you with mobility. They'll help you identify or detect objects in your path. One of those is the Sunu band, which I have right here. This is a kind of a wristband. It goes around your wrist. It's very similar to what a watch band would be made out of, that same material. But you just wear it on your wrist. It has a sensor here that will send out a pulse of sonar, and the sonar will bounce off of an object and come back and be detected by the Sunu band, and the band will vibrate if it detects something in your path. And it's works pretty well. It will detect anything from knee to waist level and above. So if you are a mobility cane user or a guide dog user, you're going to use your cane or your guide dog to detect things below your waist, and the Sunu band will detect objects above your waist. Like think about tree branches, cabinets that somebody left open in a kitchen, things like that. And it does this by vibration. So as you get closer to the object, the vibration intensifies and becomes more frequent. So it'll be stronger and it'll be vibrating faster the closer you get. So you can get pretty good at detecting what's in front of you just by the vibration on your wrist. There's another very, very similar device called the Buzz Clip, which does the same thing as the Sunu band does, but it's a little clip that you wear on your clothing, kind of similar to like if you were wearing a brooch. If a lady was wearing a brooch on her blouse, you would just clip this buzz clip onto your clothing or your backpack or wherever, and it does the same thing. It sends out sonar and then detects whatever that sonar bounces off of. So it's works just the same. I kind of prefer the Sunu band a little bit because the Sunu band is on your wrist. You can kind of bend your wrist or rotate your wrist a little bit to do a bit of a sweeping pattern with the sonar to get a much larger field of view, I guess you could say, for the sonar. The Buzz Clip, you can't do that kind of stuff. It just sits on your shirt, and unless I guess you could physically turn back and forth, but the Sunu band is just a little bit easier to use. The Sunu band also connects to a smartphone app and gives you a lot of extra functionality on top of just obstacle detection. So then the other type of wearable we wanted to talk about a little bit is kind of old school wearable, and that is simply glasses. We don't think of, sometimes we think of wearables as being super high tech, but it's basically anything you can wear that can help you with your vision impairment, any type of technology you can wear. And so there are types of glasses like these. These are called TV glasses that have multiple lenses that you can adjust the distance the lenses are from each other. And this might allow you to see things far away. Yeah, feels a little strange using them, but these have been known to work for some people. I will say they don't work for a lot of people. I've tried them with a lot of people and they don't really do much. There's also telescopic glasses that have little telescopes built into them. And these are pretty helpful for a lot of people. There's also a type of telescopic glasses you can get to help with driving. They're called bioptic glasses or bioptic lenses. So if that's something you're interested in too, we'd be happy to tell you more about that. But that is a basic introduction into wearable devices. There are more and more wearable devices coming out on the market all the time. Technology is getting better and better, and so these things are getting better and getting smaller. I mean, there's even some wearables out now that look more like a regular pair of sunglasses, or maybe a big pair of sunglasses. So they're not as obtrusive if you were out wearing them out and about. But that is something we can tell you guys about. If you're interested, you can reach out to us and get more information about that. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have. So just a reminder, head on over to the YouTube channel or to the website, www.bcbky.org, or if send us an email, info@bcbky.org, or give us a call, 859-259-1834. Thank you guys for checking it out, and we will see you in the next video.